F1 has a global fan base of 750 million people, making it one of the most exclusive events in the world. And after the Netflix show has exploded in popularity,
want something bad enough, you'll do whatever it takes.
In this video, we are going to the very first race of the historic 75th season of the F1. You'll follow me along my journey throughout the craziest weekend of my life and find out what does one of the world's most exclusive sports look like in person, and will I be able to finally fulfill my dream of capturing a photo of an F1 car. This is the first race of the season, and I already got myself a Lando Norris hat because that is the person that I want to see win today. So the plan and my goal for today is to try and spot a driver as they're walking into the paddock. There is a 2-hour window to see the drivers come through, so I'm hoping we'll probably be able to either snap a photo or at least shake hands with a driver. I don't know how close I'll be able to get though. Today is just going to be about exploring and showing what the F1 experience really has to offer. We're coming up to the Melbourne Walk now. It's a bit loud, so I don't know how much I can actually talk. Going to abandon the goal of trying to meet the driver because you saw those crowds. It's basically impossible to get there. However, I've spotted a Red Bull. That's a really cool car. The photos were interesting to take. Obviously, there's a lot of people in the background, but my God, you can see the aerodynamics and the whole design of the car is just so sleek, and it's like meant to cut through the air. It's so cool. I can see a music festival stage up ahead of me though, which is really exciting. For the rest of the weekend, there are a few artists playing that I'm really excited to see, some of which is Fatboy Slim on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. We found a spot. We met Wayne. He was lining up a shot down on that straight there, and it looks like we'd probably be able to get a really cool shot of the cars coming towards us. They come way too quick. Holy crap. Holy shit. Yeah, this is the spot to be. Let's get some shots. They come so fast. How was your autofocus with the gate there?
It's a bit flicker. I have had to change it a couple of times.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? They come so fast now. Can you imagine the F1 when they're going like 300 Ks? Yeah, right? It is actually a little bit difficult to do motorsport photography, I think, because of how fast they're going. Plus also you have to compete with the gate here as well. It is practice day and I am thoroughly excited. So today we're going to be refining it a little bit more. Yesterday was more just get a feel for the park. Today is all about practice. You know, the drivers are going to be practicing and I'm going to be practicing getting those shots. If you remember Wade from yesterday, we're going to meet up with him today and we're going to be practicing our shots together. We just got to turn 10. We were here yesterday and I'm going to now practice some shots. I think there's F2 next. Yeah, F2. Theoretically speaking, they should come past the apex and then we'll be able to get a shot just as they like punch it here. I'm struggling with trying to get the focus right for a tracking shot. I'm also struggling with getting the right shutter speed for it too. However, I've decided to do 200ths of a second and locking my focus behind the gate. So we'll see. I think it's just gonna be trial and error, and I think it's just gonna be a matter of taking over 1,000 photos today, or probably a lot more, and get only one good shot. But that's the point of motorsport. All right, F2 should be starting in 10 minutes. Dude, the F2 cars look so much thicker than what they actually are. This practice is starting, so we're gonna find a spot. They go so quick. I just saw that McLaren planted to the ground. Oh my God. And they take that corner as if that corner is not there. That's insane. It's gonna be a bit of luck to try and get it in between two fence posts, but I've got the shot. So my goal now is to get a Red Bull, Ferrari, and a McLaren perfectly in sharpness. I think I can get it. I wish I recorded it, but I just got the shot of the weekend. Behrman crashed at turn 10, and I've got the shot of him just hitting the gravel. I'll show it here. Oh my God. It was manual focus as well. I didn't expect what was happening. I just saw a cloud of dust and it was like, it worked. It actually worked. It's been very difficult to try and capture these F1 cars. They're going insanely fast, and this isn't race pace either, but I've been getting it. I've been slowly getting it. I'm getting some good shots. Fuck, that one is definitely the shot of the weekend though. This is such a momentous day, but to be honest, I did not expect the heat to get so bad this day. It was 36 degrees, there was no shade whatsoever, and for the past 2 days, I have been walking around in the sun, getting more sunburn and more heat stroke, just compiling each day. So this one was very tough to deal with. However, I was riding the hype after the Behrman photo, and that really carried me over to the next day. I was very relieved that at least going into qualifying, I knew that I had a photo that I was really proud of coming out of this weekend. And at this point, I kind of relaxed a little bit. I started to enjoy more of just absorbing the F1 experience and watching these guys race around the Melbourne track. This is how you protect yourself from the sun. I'm an idiot. He actually was smart to wear long pants and long sleeve. We're at turn 10. I don't know if what I did was very smart. Basically, I held it down. Impossible to track all those cars going like that, right? So I just held the button down until I hit the buffer. Maybe I can do like some sort of stop motion shot. What's your opinion on the difference between being at the F1 and watching it on TV?
That is a loaded question. That's a loaded question.
Because I've got kind of mixed opinions.
There are definitely some parts that does something, especially when you kind of see it.
I agree. Seeing it in real life, seeing the aerodynamics work in real life, the speed is something that you can only get if you watch it. Qualifying is about to start. We've just finished eating, and to be honest, still a bit low energy. It's way too hot. We've got a lot of shots of the same thing. I think for qualifying, I'm just gonna enjoy it, and I hope you guys are okay with that. That's the best I can do. I'm so gassed after yesterday and the day before that. They were full-on days, 12-hour days, so today's the hottest one. We're just gonna chill out. Tomorrow, I'm very excited because whatever result happens now with qualifying is what's gonna determine with the grid position. And on top of that, there's a 91% chance of it to rain here. It's gonna be a cool 24 degrees as well. So they're gonna have to run different tires. There's 6 different rookies on the grid as well. So it's just gonna be pandemonium.
Norris goes first.
Yo, Norris just topped the times.
No way!
Albon goes 5th, that's crazy. McLaren knockout. Norris P1, Piastri P2, Verstappen P3. None of that matters because it's raining tomorrow. None of that matters at all. But that's crazy quick. I'm heading home, I'm gonna have an early night. See you, man.
See you later.
And gear up for a rainy day tomorrow. Norris P1. Let's go. Race day. This is what I've been waiting for. This was finally something that I was going to be able to experience in person. And the best part about it was that it was raining. And I was so excited to finally be able to be there. Watch it, capture it, take photos of it. Oh, I was so hyped. However, something really bad happened. I lost all my footage that day. Just memories. That's all I've got from this whole day. So instead of showing you the race, I'm going to share what it was like to be there. The energy in the air and the nail-biting moments that used to exist on camera. I'm gonna have to retell it using the highlights from that race. Now, standing trackside, I could feel the adrenaline build with every single lap. The speed, the skill, and the absolute chaos was overwhelming, to be honest. In the first lap, 2 rookies had crashed already. It felt like a fever dream on trackside, to be honest with you. Because usually you've got the screens and the multiple camera angles and commentators that would fill you in with information and replays to be able to show you what happens in the race. Now, I was hoping for Lando to win because last season he was doing really well and he was the rival for Verstappen. However, Oscar was pushing really hard.
Look at the distance between the 2 McLarens. That's what 0.3 of a second looks like.
Everyone was rooting for a McLaren win, but seeing Verstappen getting closer and closer, it made everyone really nervous.
Max Verstappen trying to be more effective.
When it did start to rain again, I was absolutely soaked. Now, at this part of the race, all the cars had pitted for slick tires. So they had no traction when this rain started, and this is what caused all the pandemonium for the rest of the race. And then the nail-biting moment happened. I heard the commentators say,
medium tyre is off go the McLarens. First of all, Lando Norris, then Oscar Piastri, and Max Verstappen is on line to take second place, and he does so as the Australian driver spins at the penultimate corner of the racetrack. Can he keep the car going?
My heart sank. I was like, you're kidding me. The first race of the season, the McLarens both locking out the front, and both of them are out in the same corner. Like, what happened? I didn't see it. I had no idea what was happening. My whole world had fallen apart. I thought, shit, Lando was not gonna win. The McLarens are gone. They're out of this race. And it was a brutal minute to wait for all the cars to come around to see where the McLaren is now on the grid. However, I saw Verstappen out front and no McLarens at all on the grid. And at that point, I just had accepted defeat. Verstappen was going to win the Melbourne Grand Prix.
Verstappen leads the Grand Prix. Lando Norris comes into pit, and it's Max Verstappen who rolls the dice.
However, all of a sudden, I see Lando in front again, and I was absolutely stoked. Now, when I watched the race back again, I couldn't believe what I saw. Both McLarens really did spin out. However, it was Oscar that really got it unlucky, and it really hurt everybody, I think, at the racetrack. Norris had pitted for wet tires, which was a genius strategy move for McLaren because Verstappen stayed out on slicks. And because of this, it allowed Lando to have better traction and overtake Verstappen later. And that's when I saw him out front on the racetrack again. And he brought home the win. I completely gambled on this hat.
Now he sees the crowd rise to applaud him as the winner. Norris weathers the storm.
And I was so excited to see Lando win and beat his rival. I think I got some really good photos for the race day, and those are the memories that I have. Now, I will cherish these photos from this weekend. Honestly, it's the reason why I love photography so much. Even though I have lost all the footage, these photos are now a callback to so many different memories. I've taken some amazing photos throughout the weekend, and a lot of them are tied with really cool moments in history and also my own personal story. And it has been the only way that I can now convey this story to you guys. Now, some of the best photos that I took from this weekend had to have come from Fatboy Slim closing out. It was honestly a great experience. To take literal portraits of Fatboy Slim was honestly a highlight of my weekend. Now, the race isn't just about photos. It is about the experience as a whole. Even though I did come out of this weekend as a better photographer, personally, it was something that was a huge milestone to be able to tick off.